All right, guys, let's go and check out this compilation video. Here we go.
Would never tell my daughter to have an OnlyFans or be a stripper.
You don't have to tell her. That's whatever she wants.
No, but what I'm.
What if she? You
but
tell
what
her.
so why would I deal with somebody like that if I'm the type of guy that would never want my daughter to do shit like that?
That's what you could tell your daughter not to do that.
I'm not getting mad. I'm just saying it's common sense to me.
You could tell your daughter not to do that. She gonna walk out that door and go hang with that do that. So what's gonna happen? She's gonna feel me. Her friend probably gonna show her that check. Like, look how much I made a month. She gonna want to do it.
Exactly. She could want to do it, but me being I'm not a father yet, but eventually when I am a father, me being a stern, steady father that's in her life, that cares about her, that lets her know the type of woman I want her to be. So I have a better chance of making her I have a better chance of making her like me, which is anytime somebody brings up some shit like that, she automatically thinks that shit sounds wow. My father would never condone that.
So basically, back to what I was saying.
That's what the world is missing, family values.
Why is that controversial, right? Why is it controversial for a father or a future father to want to be in his daughter's life? Okay, to make sure he's instilling good values, good morals, okay, to keep her off the stripper pole, make sure she's not doing strange things for a little change. Why is that controversial?
You are a 4 at best.
Guys aren't meant to see this many hot bitches.
Back in the olden days, they would see 200 baddies in their whole life. And now
In their
whole life. And now it's like they are desensitized to it.
Yeah.
And sometimes I'll have conversations with my guy friends where I need to check them, where I'm like, you need to check yourself. They'll be like, oh, well, her hair wasn't perfect, or she didn't have like veneers, so I just didn't. And I'm like, you are a 4 at best. Like, this is insane. You think that you have access. They're so delusional. They think that they can
delusional.
bag like these hot girls because there's so many hot girls on Instagram.
And then they do them dirty because you think you're going to get another batter, which it's like at one point we all start to even out, but also at the same time, it's like, this is my thing. I always say your resume is trash on paper and in real life.
Exactly.
Your resume is trash for you to be talking like this, sounding like this, and acting like you have so many options available to you.
No, it's crazy.
First of all, you can't look like that and have a trash resume and expect to bag a 10 every time. You're funny. You're not that funny.
Yeah, the projection is real. Absolutely real. Okay, they're calling dudes 4s and 5s. Meanwhile, they're average looking women themselves. Okay, so they don't like the fact that the playing field is leveled when it comes to options, right? The moment you have options and you don't want to deal with certain things, okay, you flip it on them, okay, drizzle. Drizzle. They don't like that. And the fact that they're average guys, according to them, and they're pulling in, hot chicks, right? They probably got some money, right? They probably got some money, built themselves up to the point where they now have options. Okay, so listen, just deal with it. Okay, deal with it. Okay, if you were getting the outcome that you wanted, why would you care?
Black women think everything is bashing, which is why we're at the bottom and we'll stay at the bottom, right? Everything is bashing. Anytime we call out behaviors that are not appropriate, that does not make us look good, does not add to the positive reputation of Black women, it's always bashing. It's always tearing us down. So the question is, once again, who can correct us? How are we going to move forward and come up from the bottom if we see everything as bashing? Everything. We want to be treated like kids and adults at the same time. Like, you want to be both. You want to act like a grown woman, dress like a grown woman, but then have the accountability of a child. Be talked to like a child. Be treated like a child. When you don't want to be accountable, and it becomes, you're hurting my feelings. You didn't think about how you look when you went outside like that. You didn't care what people thought at that time. But when somebody calls you out, that's not nice, right? And this is the problem within our community. We are the most offended, but do the most offending. Like, it doesn't make sense. And it's so sad and it's so frustrating because it's like, we're at the bottom. Whether y'all want to believe it or not, numbers wise, we are at the bottom statistically. And we can't come up from it if everything is deemed as bashing. We can't be corrected. So how do we change this? Seriously, how do we change it?
I hate a man that don't know how to lock in. I hate a man that does not know how to lock in. Why do I have to tell you I like you, bro? Why do I have to say I like you? You can't read the fucking room. You can't lock in. Oh my God. I feel like why men is so slow. Like, I don't even talk to nobody, but yeah, I'm talking to you. What do you think is happening? Like, I don't even text nobody back, but I'm texting you back every single time. What do you think is happening? Like, oh my God. Like, I'm giving you the signs. I'm giving you the blueprint. Why are you not locking in? Why are you this slow? And you know what? I'm not even supposed to be liking him anyway. I'm not even supposed to be liking him. Maybe it's for the best. But damn, like, I'm trying to do it for the plot, though. Wait, no, I'm trying to do it for the plot. Like, I'm literally delusional, but that don't even matter.
Stop it. Get some help.
I'm not comfortable. In fact, I've, like, tried really hard to be attracted to men who, like, treat me well.
It's boring.
It's not only boring, but it makes me feel uncomfortable.
What the Yo, you can't make this stuff up, guys. You just can't make it up. She feels uncomfortable when a man's treating her well. I mean, listen, man, she's saying the quiet part out loud. Some of these chicks find stability boring. They find it boring. If there's not chaos and destruction, they don't want it.
Women really making it hard for us to have a date, get a date, find a husband, get a man. I don't care about going to no 7-star, 8-star restaurant. I'm cool with a 5, 4-star restaurant. I'm cool with Longhorn. I'm cool with Texas Toll House if that's how you say it. I'm cool with Outback. I don't care about the ambiance. I don't care about nobody flipping no chicken in front of me doing no magic trick. It's not even a magic trick. All they doing is making the fire go woof. I'm not impressed by that. I'm not paying, I don't care for my man to pay $900 for no ambiance. Shit, give me the money. If you gonna do that, so if you ask me, that's the waste of money. Then the amount of food that they give you, the absolute disrespect, they give you one piece of fish with a leaf on it. I'm good. I'm really good with Outback. I'm really good with that. I don't give a damn about nobody doing no magic trick in front of me. I'm not about to pay $900 for a meal that's the size of an appetizer. I'm leaving hungry still. Women really acting like they impressed. They leaving hungry still. They just don't tell y'all. But they just want to feel like, you know, somebody did something for them. That was a waste of money. I'm cool. I'm really cool with Longhorn. God, I love steak. But I don't give a damn about seeing nobody flip it in front of me. I have a conversation with on my date, and they damn near about to light my fucking hair on fire. Woo, you gotta act like you gotta act like you amazing. Nope.
I didn't know Little Durk was still locked up. With that being said, it's free Little Durk. Why? Because he is responsible for quite possibly one of the biggest spiritual awakenings of my life. I'm not kidding.
We're not even 15 seconds into the video. We're 10 seconds into the video, and she's saying that Little Durk is responsible for the biggest spiritual awakening of her life. Is she trolling at this point in time? Is this satire? This is crazy. Absolutely crazy. Who is she praying to? Who is she worshiping? Okay, she's worshiping false prophets and false idols. Now, in case you guys didn't know, Little Durk is a rapper from Chicago. Currently, he is being accused of hiring an individual to delete somebody. Okay, murder for hire. So she's saying that Little Durk is responsible for her spiritual awakening is crazy. Absolutely crazy. Okay, I don't know who she's praying to. I don't know what rocks or what crystals she's collecting here, but this is insane.
About a year ago today, almost roughly, Drake came to town and Lil Durk opened for him. And I remember Lil Durk came out and my mom was sitting right next to me and she leans over and she was like, "He looks like he smells good." And I was like, he does. Like he really did. And literally the whole night I was like, oh my gosh, like, am I a Little Durk fan? Like I couldn't name you one Little Durk song, honestly. Still to this day, I couldn't name one song. But he just looked so good. So I remember going home that night and I walked into my apartment and my boyfriend at the time was like, "Hey babe, how was the concert?" And I was like, "Oh, it was great." Like in the back of my head, I was like, "Little Durk, Little Durk, Little Durk." But literally in the back of my head, I was like, I think our time is up. Like between me and him, I think our time is up because I feel like I have seen the other side. Like I've seen that it could be better for me, right? So I literally went to bed that night and I had a dream. I had a dream about Lil Durk. Not the dream that Martin Luther King had, right? But a dream nonetheless. And so I woke up the next morning and I was like, yeah, you need to pack your stuff. I think it's time to go.
This is your brain on TikTok. Okay, this is your brain scrambled up. Okay, sunny side up. This is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Now, I don't know if she's saying she went to the Little Durk concert, maybe got influenced by the lyrics, or maybe she's infatuated with Little Durk and now she wants a celebrity boyfriend. I'm just trying to figure out what's going on here, but to end your relationship based off a rapper that doesn't even know you exist, who's currently in jail, allegedly hiring somebody to delete somebody, and then calling that your awakening, your spiritual awakening, is insane.
I made this big spiel about how, like, yeah, I feel like we're two totally different people, which is true. Like, we really had our issues, like, to be real. But Lil Durk was the catalyst. Like, to this day, Lil Durk opened my eyes, point blank, period. So yeah, it's free Lil Durk, free my boo.
This is insane. All right, guys, so there you have it. Okay, so absolutely insane. Insane. Yo, you can only laugh at this point in time. That's all you could really do. You could just laugh and shake your head. But hey, we're gonna use these videos as data. Okay, we're gonna use them as reference points to determine who to avoid. Okay, who to stay far away from when it comes to the single dating market. Now, I do want to play another clip from Scarface Mark because he is going to be reacting to this clip as well. Take a look.
I didn't know Lil Durk was still locked up. With that being said, it's free Lil Durk. Why? Because he is responsible for quite possibly one of the biggest spiritual awakenings of my life. I'm not kidding. About a year ago today, almost roughly, Drake came to town and Lil Durk opened for him. And I remember Lil Durk came out and my mom was sitting right next to me and she leans over and she was like, he looks like he smells good. And I was like, he does. Like, he really did. And literally the whole night I was like, oh my gosh, like, am I a Little Durk fan? Like, I couldn't name you one Little Durk song, honestly. Still to this day, I couldn't name one song. But he just looked so good. So I remember going home that night and I walked into my apartment and my boyfriend at the time was like, hey babe, how was the concert? And I was like, oh, it was great. Like, in the back of my head, I was like, Little Durk, Little Durk, Little Durk. But literally in the back of my head, I was like, I think our time is up. Like, between me and him, I think our time is up because I feel like I have seen the other side. Like, I've seen that it could be better for me, right? So I literally went to bed that night and I had a dream. I had a dream about Lil Durk. Not the dream that Martin Luther King had, right? But a dream nonetheless. And so I woke up the next morning and I was like, yeah, you need to pack your stuff. I think it's time to go. I made this big spiel about how, like, yeah, I feel like we're two totally different people, which is true. Like, we really had our issues, like, to be real. But Lil Durk was the catalyst. Like, to this day, Lil Durk opened my eyes.
This is nothing new. They've been doing this since the beginning of time. If you've seen Michael Jackson old concerts, women used to literally cry at his concerts and fall and fake faint and everything. This is just what they do when they're fanned out. This is hypergamy. This is fanned outism. It's everything you can name. Now, is it right? No. Is it normal? Yes. This is just in their nature, but this is just what they do. You just seen what they was doing. What's Lion King cuz name? His name was is it Aaron Pierre? Aaron Pierre. The shit was like Aaron Pierre. That's Mufasa. Whatever cuz name is, bro. They do this with everybody. This is just what they do. Now, if you got a girl that follow all the celeb dudes on a gram or whatever, cut her off. Leave her be, cut her off, and just move forward. Now, if you got a girl that's not fanned out and don't really care about it all, cherish her forever. But 95% of women are out here on this type of timing. Period. Just move different and accept it. I've accepted this years ago, bro. Like, it's not right at all, but you just have to grow and accept it.
Yeah, so there you have it. Okay, so he's absolutely right when it comes to hypergamy. And, just look at a woman's digital footprint. Okay, look at her social media, her TikTok, her Instagram. Okay, it ain't hard to tell once you have that piece of information what type of time that she's on. Okay, if she's posting thirst trap photos and Kardashians and half naked on social media, I mean, there's definitely going to be a correlation when it comes to these types of TikTok brain modern women. Okay, because that's what time that she's on. She's idolizing false prophets, okay, false idols, and she's calling that a spiritual awakening. Okay, these are the types of chicks that will go on the Pop the Balloon show and claim they want a God-fearing man. Okay, you can't make this stuff up. But let's go ahead and check out some of these comments. All right, so first commenter says, the way social media be having females' brains fried should be studied for real. All right, so next commenter says, you bless that man. He dodged a bullet. All right, so next commenter says, I always wondered what women like this have to offer. All right, so next commenter says, the illusion of choice strikes again. All right, so next commenter says, she saved that man hella problems. Yeah, so there you have it, okay? So let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Give me some feedback, and until next time.